Hello, everybody. It's Hip Hop Grandpop again. I want to talk a little more about those crazy fools and their No Kings March. All these, all these crazy grannies and all these has-been movie stars and all these damn brainwashed Democrats running wild in the streets, dressed up like all kinds of animals and stuff. Just a real spectacle. That's what they wanted, and they actually pulled that off. Quite a spectacle. But I'm gonna tell you right now, they wouldn't know where a king is if he bit them in the ass. I'll just tell you that right now. Fools going around, no kings, no kings. If you ask them, what has Trump done that's like a king? The majority of people elected him. He's doing what he said he was going to do.
That's true.
How is he a king? They can't tell you. He wants to be a king. He acts like a king.
They say he's a dictator, or he acts like a dictator.
He doesn't he doesn't do anything that's illegal for a president to do. He hasn't done some things as bad as Joe Biden did by any means. Joe Biden was trying to take away let me just say this. Joe Biden and his gang were actually trying to take away freedom of speech. They were setting up a committee to handle so-called misinformation. Now, I want to tell you something about freedom of speech. And I've said this before. Freedom of speech is nearly unlimited. You can call somebody a dodo.
Yeah.
You can call somebody a clown.
Yeah.
You can call
What do you say to those people? It's like, oh, mate, it's freedom of speech, not freedom of consequences. Well, I mean, that is true.
I really don't know what they mean by that. What do they mean
I think
by
they're
that?
like if somebody gets fired for being racist towards their boss or employee or somebody they work with, of course they might be fired, even though they spoke their mind, even though it was awful.
The Democrat Party is a racist party. The Republican Party wants to get along with everyone. I'll tell you that right now. And you can't there are a couple of limitations on freedom of speech. You can't come right out and slander people.
Yeah.
There are libel laws.
And bully people.
And as we've all heard, you can't yell fire in a crowded theater.
Unless there's a fire, right? I mean,
yeah, unless there's a fire. But the Democrats, that's misinformation. Trump, what does Trump say about the media? Fake news. It is. They get right out there. It's amazing how the Democratic politicians lie. They cannot literally open their mouth without lying. And their broadcasters, their news services, lie, lie, lie.
yeah.
I mean, now they have a way of lying, spinning like a top. I think most of them, as children, grew up spinning tops. That's how they learned to spin. And they applied that to the truth and spin the truth. But when it comes down to it, spinning is lying. It's a form of lying. To talk about some news and leave out certain important things is a way of lying. You're not informing the people of the whole picture. You're just taking it out of context, as they say. But anyway, no kings, rallies, demonstrations, people out there acting like clowns, dressed up like various animals and
I
stuff.
saw it today on the way here.
Huh?
I saw a little protest on the way here today.
You have
There was
to tell me.
a big sign that says Trump is a traitor.
Let me tell you something. When you traitor, that's I'm glad you brought that up, and I'm gonna shut up in just a minute. But when you grant access to the president for money. What is that? What would you call that? When you use Americans' tax money to open up fraudulent hospice centers where nobody dies, 85% of the people are still alive in those so-called hospice centers. That's borderline treasonous. Maybe more than that. You are doing things deliberately to harm the United States. And look, that's what I wanted to say tonight, but as usual, I'm having my ballsy beer. Drink up. Always make it a ballsy.